Alright guys, it's midnight in Dubai. We are with the craziest JDM cars I've ever seen in my life. This is the maddest night I think we've ever had on the channel. Alright guys, welcome to a very special Drift Games vlog. We promised you some crazy content from UAE. Tonight might just be the craziest video we've ever made here. We have no idea what's about to happen. All we know is that Dan Price, one of our friends, is arranging a ton of very cool JDM cars to meet us right in the center of Dubai and go to a load of cool locations to check out those cars. What those cars are, we don't know. You're along with us for the ride tonight. You can see in the background the Burj Khalifa, and we're about to hop in the rentals. We got our camera gear, we got our photo gear. It's gonna be a wild night, so you're along for the ride. Let's go to the first location, and if you wanna see excitement, you're gonna see our faces smile and light up a lot over the next little while. So we're going to do some shoots and videos. The first car has arrived, and it is this unbelievable 240 SX on 3-spoke Advance, which you might have seen in a previous video we did in Kansas Motorsport. Because this is such a beautiful spot to shoot cars at night, I'm going to let Josh do the magic now. Ready, Josh?
I got some guada the hotter, the nigga that had it that feel. I pull up with all of my partners, that's off of the wall and we here. Started with nothing, now all of my niggas, we tryna get meals. I put my all into these niggas, and had they pay me back with nothing. I gave my all to the old, and they repay me back with nothing. I'm sick and tired of niggas, swear to God. God bless America. Sometimes.
All right, so this is Andy. Andy, this car we spotted. You weren't there, but it was in Kansas the last time we were here, and I think we all just kind of stood around it for a while, going, it shouldn't work, but it really works. It's an unusual combo, and these are very rare here, right?
Yeah. It took me a while to find one. I was actually looking for an S14, but this came along, it already had SR20 swap.
Just so you guys know at home, not a 180 SX, not an S13, 240 SX.
Yeah.
So this is the left-hand drive version.
So we have to get American spec.
So this is an American car originally.
Yeah.
So what engine have you got in this?
It's an SR20 from an S15 now, but it used to be K24.
Okay, so newer engine, older chassis, looks awesome. Okay, gotta talk about the points that I want to get to. First of all, the paint is not stock, obviously.
No, when I bought the car it was in some horrible like burgundy red colour, and it was painted really bad, like there was drip marks in the paint, everything. So I really toyed on what colour to paint it. Your friend Tom actually got me onto Midnight Purple, and then...
It is Midnight Purple.
Yeah,
I was just about to say, so you went Midnight Purple and then said, well, now I've got Midnight Purple, I'm going to go with 3-spoke Advance powder coat of white, which for some reason works so well on this car. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. I know 3 spokes divide people. I absolutely love these 3 spokes. And everything else is quite stock on the car, it's quite clean. And I presume it's on air because I've seen some of the roads around here and it's not that good.
No, it's on Stance Parts air cups.
So air cups?
Yeah, so it's got HSD coilovers and Stance Parts air cups.
So you can just pop it up when you need to get over a bump or whatever. It's absolutely beautiful. And the one thing I've noticed is it's mint inside.
Yeah, it's quite good. It still needs a little bit of tidying up, but everybody's got a cracked dash that's got one of these as well.
They all have them.
That's the only good thing about being in Ireland. I've got 2 of these with no cracked dash because there's not enough heat in the country to actually crack the dash. That's the only good thing. Well, we're going to take a roll through Dubai tonight with this as one of the cars. I absolutely love this thing, man. Thanks for bringing it out tonight. Just over here, we've had 2 more very special cars roll in. So what looks like a Chaser, JZX90.
Get it right, Dave, get it right.
This is the guy we were talking to in Kansas. He's right. And then beyond it, we're told not to shoot until the air is down, but there is the craziest NSX you've ever seen over here. Alright, we're on Maydan Bridge and we're doing a little shoot on this beautiful GTR and NSX. Man, this is like mind-blowing, right? It's like something out of Gran Turismo, Need for Speed. Like, you don't think stuff like this really happens, and we're here in the middle of Dubai, so this is like the big horse racing track in Dubai. This is the main entrance bridge, and like, just look how good that looks. You can see all the skyscrapers in the background. Adam's getting some good shots, and we're going to do a little run around both of these cars because they're very special. This is Ali's car, the R34 GTR, and this thing is gorgeous. This is a Series 2, 92. Nismo, this is very nice, right? RB26, this is all Nismo parts on there. Really nice power, all of the nice things you got. It's got LMG T2s, these are custom made, so these are 17-inch center, stepped out to an 18. Car stands like beautifully. Makes nice power, roll cage inside. So bright interior. You guys can see all the old school gauges, Nismo gauges, nice padded roll cage. Like, this thing is just beautiful. Custom Nismo exhaust, makes about 450 horsepower. Oh, full wheel-wood system on it. Yeah, full wheel-wood brakes. It's got GK Tech arms. It's on full camber, front and rear. If you guys get a look at that, Josh, at the stance on this thing.
You need to take notes.
At least negative.
Everyone at home, all those wheels won't fit.
Negative
These
10.
boys are crazy.
Negative
Ali,
10 degrees of camber in the
this
back.
car is amazing, man. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
This is Sam.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Not much,
You
man.
good?
How you doing?
So basically, Sam said, you know the NSX getting rare. Everybody, don't touch them. Keep them stock. Keep them standards. Nah.
But that's not me. That's not me. I have to do something different.
This is probably one of the maddest cars I've seen in the last year or two. So this started off as a stock NSX.
Yes, sir.
And tell me the process, because obviously this is
The process, me and Dan were sitting at Kensington Motorsport. We were talking about me getting a classic car. 'Cause I was just...
You had a 370Z, right?
Yeah. And I had a GTR 35. Sold it to buy a new Porsche. But this came along. So I had to. I had to buy
do it.
Yeah.
You had to do it. So this, I love the pop-ups on these. I'm not as big a fan of the facelifts. I love the pop-ups. So this thing is like slammed on air. I mean, what are the wheel specs on this at the moment?
The back is 19 by 9.5. The front is 18 by 9.5.
With very low offsets of it. Although these are difficult to put wheels on, right? Because they actually sit quite wide, the wheels on.
It's wide, but when you lower it, it's perfect, as you see.
Like this, like I can't. Like, that's absolute perfection. And the back is even.
I was gonna say the back is the.
Man, the first time we fixed the wheels, we were really scared because, you know, when you drop the car, the fenders was still here and the wheel is here. I don't know, for some reason the wheel came in and we were really happy about it. And that's the result.
It's amazing, and even inside this thing, like, it's beautiful. Red Reparos, and I love the dashboard on this. I was just in the car with Sam. It's like, it sounds nice. It rides actually really comfortable.
Yeah, it is.
And once you air it up, you can drive it everywhere. Like, he drove
Everywhere.
this off a curb, like
Yeah.
at the edge of the last place, like straight off a curb, not like a ramp, a curb, no problem.
Air suspension life.
Thank you for showing us. We're gonna get some
worries,
cool
man.
rollers
Thank you
of it,
for
man. This
having
car is like one of the nicest I've
Thank
seen
you.
in
Appreciate
years.
it. Appreciate it.
Amazing. Right, let's get on to the next spot and the next cars. Alright guys, you've been asking us for months to restock our shop. We sold out of absolutely everything towards the end of last year, but this Friday, 6 p.m, everything is back in stock. We've been waiting so long for it. You guys have been asking us in DMs every day about it. Well, we've got a brand new range and a restock of our old range. All our accessories, hoodies, t-shirts, everything in between. We've got a brand new, and it's obviously of this Silvia, t-shirt and hoodie. We've got all of our projects department t-shirts and hoodies back in. Go to the website, check out absolutely everything. Thank you guys as always for your support. All of your merch purchases keeps this channel going and keeps us building these crazy cars and traveling the world. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts in advance for anyone that picks something up from Friday at 6 p.m. So we're at another location and we've made a, this looks like Need for Speed 2 here at the moment. It's pretty crazy. This thing we've seen in the past on the channel, but a different wheel setup. It was chrome, I think, at the time.
It was chrome, that's right.
And now it's gone even more bananas. It's got full white wheels and green underglow, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
And this is inspiration, I was saying, for my S15 because let me talk me through the wheel specs on this car for stock fenders.
The wheel specs on the car, so obviously original 16-inch faces, and then we got some custom barrels which are 6-inch wide barrels, and the front lips are 3.5, the rear lips are 4, so running 9.5, 10.5. Rolled fenders, and they fit on a stock body. So,
and like just to clarify that to people who don't understand, you bought a 16-inch BBS to start with for this setup.
For 800 dirhams, for nothing.
For like, nobody wants that.
Yeah, exactly.
You made this wheel from the lip, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So this is...
so how close is this to your specs that you want?
This is exactly the specs I want. I just want to know... on stock body is difficult because you've obviously got to get a lot of camber and you've got this on air and stuff like that, but this is the fitment, like this is absolutely flawless. Like,
it took some work to get it fender to lip, but yeah, the guys at Kanzen dialed it right in after many hours and got it sitting bang on. So
fender on the lip.
Oh.
So talk us through the car. So it's obviously an S14 Kooky, but where did it originate from? Left-hand drive, is that a US import or?
Yeah, US import. A guy at Rami 4x4, strangely an off-road company, was the previous owner before me. And one day I was there with the wife's Ram getting the suspension sorted on that, and he came around the corner sideways in this, and I was like, Dean, if you ever want to sell the car, give it to me, because I've got a queue of people, but I kept harassing him for about 9 months, I think, and eventually he caved, and yeah, then it became mine. So
it's from pretty much a stock car.
Yeah.
And it looks absolutely incredible. Underglow's back, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. That's just a fact, it is. And everything else, engine-wise, anything special done?
No, nothing special done that yet, yeah.
So this is one of those things where I think keeping it simple is the right way to do it. You can get lost down a project, but do the wheels right, do the suspension right, stick it down, and it's a beautiful car. Well, man, thank you very much for showing us.
You are
Amazing.
very welcome, guys. Thanks very much.
Where do we go next, Josh?
Where do we go?
So if you've got a chaser, you can come to a car meet with your own beanbag because you've got all the space. You've got all the space.
You have the space, 4 doors.
Get up and show me this incredible car. Come on. So, excuse me. This, I think I thought I saw everything you could do with a JZX100 until I saw this thing, which is nothing like any JZX100 I've seen before. This is a real labor of love, right? This is it's trying to be different, but it works, which is really nice.
It doesn't work so much, but
It does
but
work.
I'm trying.
Talk to me about, so you started with a stock JZX100.
Yeah.
Talk us through the specs on the outside. So what color is this?
Okay, so this is actually Q60 Infinity.
So an infinity color.
Infinity color, as is. Put that on. My boys at the workshop, they're great with painting. So I wanted to give them a color that I can show off the work.
Yeah.
Are
these stock front fenders?
No, they're white. These are ulterior motives, which is steel.
I was just about to say, because this doesn't look like any rear fender I've seen so far, because it looks stock.
Yeah.
Because usually, people put the bolt on, it looks kind of messy.
No, I needed it to look seamless, kind of like it came from factory. But of course, you have to chop up and you have to try to align. So this was actually a lot of work just to make it this smooth.
It looks factory though. Like you can't.
Put a light on that, like that looks factory, even though it's definitely not factory.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. Have you checked this out, Josh? So the rear bumper is sort of molded. Oh, it's like there's no panel gaps on this car.
So the rear bumper goes down like that, right? And then you have the bottom lip. But I molded on the bottom lip.
Oh wow.
It was easier while I was working with the fenders.
Yeah. But to me, that's the thing. It's the fit and finish. Look stock that you don't notice. Why does the car look a bit different? I think that's really nice.
So, okay, it's a 90s JDM. We got love for it. But when I'm driving on the road, and especially in Dubai, all the cars are brand new. You want to feel like you're new as well. So the seamless line's a little bit wider, sure, but the lights, I made sure to make them modern. So the front lights and the back lights I ordered from a guy who custom makes them in Russia. And now I fit in kind of in traffic, you know what I mean?
More modern.
Yes.
There's LEDs. Can you flick the front lights because they're really interesting?
Well, they're the halos, and I went old school. You remember with the Lexus, they used to always put the Q45 projectors?
Like that is very cool.
So these would be my high beams.
All right, so the LEDs, all right.
So these are low beams.
So these are the old school 90s Q45 projectors they used to have. So a lot of, you see a lot of the LS Lexuses, they took them out and they put them in. I wanted the same. Yeah.
That is like, it's the details that gets me on this. Because I was going, how did they make lights like this for this car? So you custom made these from another headlight, refit them in the JZX 100.
Yep.
That is amazing. Like this car, and you went with like bonnet scoop,
Yep.
which none of these hoods ever fit, ever. But this one fits perfect.
So when I first got her, the first thing I did is I got a diff. And, you know, the hood, I'm like, okay, we're going to have fun with this car. Come on, it's a 4-door, 1J, rear wheel. That's all you want to do is have fun. But the more I worked on her, I'm not doing anything, man. I'm going slow. I'm not ruining this car anymore. Not with the prices.
Far away from this. You got really nice fitment on this. What wheels are you on?
Thank you, brother. These are SSR Minerva, 10.5 in the front, 11 in the back. They're 18s.
And completely refurbished,
Yeah.
looking really smooth.
Yeah.
These are generally crusty enough at this age.
Yeah.
But you had to redo them all again.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
thing
And they
is-
had the gold already, which sparked the interest for gold.
I think the color combo is amazing, man. Thank you so much for showing
Thank you,
us the
brother.
car. It's
Thank you, of course.
probably one of the nicest JZX 100s I've ever seen.
Thank you, sir.
And I didn't think Dubai would be the place I'd find one, so that's a nice surprise. Thanks, dude. So here we have a man you've seen before and a car you've seen before.
How are you?
Fike, this thing's still looking good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're ruining my life because you got a 1JZ now. I feel like with the 2-liter automatic, I'm like, I'm not keeping up. That sounds good too. I'm like, you need the 1J.
I think JZXs need to have 1Js.
They need to.
They need to.
And I'll tell you what, I've driven one without it, and it's slow. So it really isn't that fun at all to drive. But the thing about this one is, this is a really practical street car. Like you can slam this and all stuff, but you wouldn't drive it every day.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, the show element.
Yeah.
This is like your daily in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, I love driving this and, you know, cornering hard, and I just need it like this. Like, I want to drive it.
And it's got nice fitment. The color. We showed this on the last one, but I've got to show it with the light on it because
I would say
it looks black, right?
it kind of looks black here.
It's not black. It is. It's green. Metallic green. That is one of the coolest colors I think I've ever seen on a Toyota. This thing is amazing. Well, I just gotta get 1J on my car. You wind me up. That's
You
the
need to
problem.
get one.
I
You need to
know,
get
I know. And thank you for the grill. So remember my PS13 video? This was the man that got me the carbon
Did you see the grill on the car?
Yes, I did.
It
That's
worked perfect.
Works
So
very
this
nice.
is the guy that kept one for me for like 2 years, and I even forgot about it. And you got it. So legend,
You're very
absolute
welcome.
legend. Now we're going to move on to. This is where it gets very extreme. R34 GTR, and one of a very rare color. How are you?
Fine.
Are you good?
Khaled.
Khaled, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This thing is, okay, we all know R34 GTRs, they're like the Halo car, everybody's crazy for them, but I've never seen one in the flesh in this color. So what is this color?
This car is silica brass, and some people say silica breath. It's M-spec for only M-spec, this color, and M-spec Noor. Yeah.
It's a very rare car. Like there's not many of this. And have you done many modifications to the car or left it fairly stock?
Only exterior with the Nismo parts. The engine's stuck.
There's enough power in these things anyway, for sure. But this is like a brand new car. It's like spotless. They're getting very hard to. There's a lot of series of, and they love this in Nissan with GTRs. They do a lot of different series. But this is like the one to have, right?
Like this, 366 M-spec, and in this color, 122 for M-spec, and 9 for M-spec Noor.
What?
So that's a 1 of 9 in the world.
The total R34 GTR is 11,500, you know. Only 131 in this color.
That's crazy.
That is amazing. So they're probably not going to see another one in a little while. Not in this, and not in this condition, because this is.
Japan auction, fresh before 1 year,
Yeah.
grade 4.5, and P interior.
I almost don't want to touch any of these cars anymore because they're going so valuable now. It's like today was the big thing for me. We drove by an exotic car dealership, and in the front was an R34 GTR. So they've now passed.
And rare to see it in the streets.
Like they're getting so rare, people don't drive them. But you drive this, which is
Man just flies in here and drives it.
Every day, like a daily use.
you daily use this car. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. No show ponies. We see it all the time. Thank you very much for showing us the car. Amazing. Nasser, you just arrived in out of nowhere with an RX-7 on air. Again, another car that's like, it's so special now. Like they were normal, and then all of a sudden, like the NSX, like the R34 GTR. I mean, this is holy grail, right? We have R34 GTR, NSX, not a normal NSX. Sammy was out there. This is definitely not normal. And an RX-7. Like that's to me, that's like the holy trinity. If you had a Mark IV Super here now, you'd have the whole thing done. But
If one walked in now.
this is still rotary? Yeah, still rotary. Can we see underneath the hood?
Okay.
Because I love rotaries, man.
So was it twin turbo?
Yeah, twin turbo. So there's this. Have you done a lot of modifications? What power?
Only mid-ported.
Mid-ported, perfect. And nice, fun to drive?
Yeah.
And it makes big flames. Josh, show them the flames. This thing makes big flames. This car is amazing, man. Thank you so much for showing us. Like, come on, man. Like, where do you get this? 34s, Chasers, NSXs, GTRs, RX-7?
Somewhere special like here.
Yeah. In an underground car park under a horse racing arena.
Obviously.
On a Sunday night. And of course, to finish the video, someone ruined the whole thing. He came in like an American pickup truck. Why did you ruin it, Sultan? You ruined our JDM. He ruined it. So he rolls in this, and I just was like, what? What is this? It's like old school Mad Max Chevy.
It's a 73 straight body. I got it not too long ago, a few weeks ago. And it's just, I always have a soft spot for American trucks.
I love these things.
It's
these old school trucks.
Like, it's really old, like nothing is touched. Let me show you. I forgot to show you guys something.
Oh, it's not a standard engine, is it?
No, it's very standard. Like, it's beyond standard. Like, it's hilarious how old this thing is. Like,
wow. So you put your luggage in here, and your luggage in here, and you just close the hood.
It's hilarious how old this. Like, the filter's like all wavy and stuff. But
so this is just like a little whim buy because it's cool looking.
It's very cool, but I have plans for it.
I know, and that's where it starts. We'll be like in 3 months later. It's like LS twin turbo, spinning wheels, whatever. But you came down to check out some amazing cars
they're
here.
pretty cool.
Like the culture here, we were just saying, because obviously we've seen what you've done with your JDM stuff, but it's nice to see how live the whole culture is here. So I want to thank Dan before we finish this video for organising all of these guys here. Obviously Dan's been in the last couple of videos, been helping us out because obviously we're new in town, we're newish in town. When it comes to street cars, drifting, we're good. But when it comes to street cars, obviously this place is all supercars and blah, 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 and they're fantastic. But to find these hidden gems and bring them all together for a shoot like this, Dan Price is your man.
I didn't invite this man though. He just turned up uninvited. He's not looking at drum.
Alright guys, we got some amazing footage here, and I'm actually like hushed tones at the end because if you're a JDM car fan like we are, it's so rare in your life that you would feel like you're in a video game. Like we're like the start of a Need for Speed game.
I honestly think this is like Fast and Furious 1.
Furious
you know when they're pulling in, like underground car park, it's just
underground car parks. Man, every car here is like immaculate, stands, rare. This is what it's all about here for us, and it goes to show that Dubai and Abu Dhabi is not just about what you think stereotypically with all the supercars. There's a huge culture behind it of every type of car, from American to European to what we love, which is JDM. So we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We've had an amazing time this time around Abu Dhabi. We're back in about 2 or 3 weeks, so we're going to grab some more content in the future. But for now, it's time to get out of the shorts.
Goodbye shorts.
Goodbye shorts.
And t-shirt.
Goodbye t-shirt. We're going back to the shed because we have a lot of cars like this, nowhere near as expensive, but we have a lot of cars we want to finish. So we're going back to the shed. We're going to try and take some inspiration from some of the amazing cars here and put them into our own build. So thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you guys on the next vlog.